Hello guys, I want to make a short video for interested persons for the DV Lottery application 2024. The application was opened on the 5th of October 2022 and we closed on the 8th of November 2022. So the DV Lottery is a diversity visa lottery programs that give opportunity to other nations or countries of the world to come to the United States, offered by the United States government. And except for few countries who have citizens of those countries have reached certain numbers that they are not allowed for the next 2 or 3 years to participate in the entry program, like Nigeria, for example, India, China, and Jamaica and some other countries. They are not permitted because their citizens are in large number in the United States. So unless after some time, maybe they will be allowed to apply. But however, we will look at some few steps that we can follow to make this application, even as the DV Lottery has started already. And one of those steps is to make sure you get all your information and get a passport photo type and with certain measurements. The measurement of the photo should be 600 by 600 megapixel. Have a cameraman, or if you have a camera, have someone snap you, and then you crop that photo 600 by 600 megapixel. That is the required size or standard photo. And the photo, you have to be careful and pay attention to some key areas. Like in this example, I will share my own photo, how it looked like. It's just an instance of what I'm trying to talk about here. And if you see, this is me, and this is the photo, the kind of photo they're looking for. If you look, this photo is of the measurement 600 by 600 megapixel. My eyes are focusing on the camera, and then my 2 ears are showing on both sides. At least I try to be professional a little bit in my dress. I think for this, because it's an all-important purpose, you have to put on a decent shirt, try to look nice, while you are applying, because this is really, really important. Okay, as in this example. Okay, so now when you have your photo ready, it could be sent in your phone or still in your laptop that you use to crop it. You can now follow the application process. So what do you need to do? Like in this case here, you will come to your browser. You might be using Chrome or any other browser that works for you best. Now for here, this is my Chrome browser. You want to type in DV Lottery. Then it will pop up the right page. This wasn't the right one. But you want to come to, it's a DV Lottery. It will see different options will show. The one that say dvlottery.state.gov here is what you need to click on. You click on that site. And once you have your photo already in your phone or already in your laptop or desktop that you use to crop, you can just go to the site as long as you have access to internet, and then you click. After you type in the dvlottery.state.gov, which is the official site, and then you click on what? Electronic Diversity Visa Program. You click on the link here and take you to the main page. You see these different options. It is good to read through the different instructions that are shown here, but as long as you have your photo ready, you want to go to the begin entry page. In this case, I'll just begin entry. I begin entry here. So a entry code will pop up, and then you have to take care. Be very attentive to look at the letters that are shown here in this code so that you enter them correctly. And then for these letters, they are in uppercase. So I will use X, D, 8T, I think so. And then I click submit. Let me see. Oh, fine. Now the main application page has been opened. So one important thing about this DV lottery entry, you can apply with your families, but the part one of this entry will always show for you. That's why it indicates like part one. You can be the head, and as a man, then your wife can also be the head. You both can play. Like you can be the head, you first apply, and then on the second application, your wife will be the main entrant. It will be the head, So now you put in your information. This is your last name. That's your family name that was given. Let's say this is the family name is, let's say, John. Let me just do this. John. Okay. Let's say Daniel. It's the first name. That is my given name. Daniel. If you have a middle name, you can indicate that middle name. If you don't have a middle name, you can click on the box and say no middle name. That indicates. So in a case whereby the primary entrance is a man or a female, a male or female, you indicate one of them here. In this case, John is Daniel is a male. So you put in the date of birth information. Let's say this was a 3 month, that is March. And then let's say 21st of March. And then the year, you click out the year, or you type in the year of your birth. Make sure those informations are correct. If you have a passport, you want to look at the passport and make sure every information you are putting in here, they are just matching the same. After you type in your year of birth and you come to the city where you were born, you indicate your city. Let's say, for example, in this example is Rexburg, Rexburg, United States. You put in your city, you know where you're born, and then for this area, you go to the photo you already saved, and you know where you save it in your computer, or if you're using your phone to apply, you can even use your phone to do this application as long as you got the correct photo type, passport photo type. You can use your phone, and then when you transfer that photo in your phone, so you click here and choose the photo. Choose the photo you already cropped, 600 by 600 with a standard picture, and then you want to move on to once you select that, it will pop up there, and then you want to move on to your mailing address. That is your current address, or the address that you will be by the time the result will be out next year, May. So you want to type in your address. Let's say this is number 12. Okay, this is 12. Let's say 12 East. That's the East Coast. For example, 12 East Coast. Here, the address let's say the area you are staying where Travis schools is, let's say Madison. Just an example of this. Come to Madison, and then the town will be like Rexburg, and then you want to indicate the district that is the district where you are. Then, for example, we show you Idaho, and then your area code, the postal or the zip code, that is your country code. You know your country code already, and you indicate that here. And then you move on to the country where you're applying or where you are right now. Given this address, you indicate that that country there, the country of your origin or where you are staying, where you're living right now. And then you come to the area where it's where you live today. If you're living in the same country or another, if you where that matched your address, you also indicate that. But if you are living in another country and you're giving an address for another country, then you want to indicate that here. So you put in your phone number, you put in your phone number here. And then after that, you want to put your email address. You put your email address. In this case, I put my email address here, and then confirm that also. Confirm that your email address that was given. And then you want to also select your educational level. What level you have attained in education. Either you just concluded your primary school or high school, or so you did some vocational courses or some university courses or university degree, masters, and the highest to the doctorate. You want to indicate that you know yourself already. And when that is done, you move on to your marital status. So if you're married, you indicate that if you're not married, you indicate that. If you're married to a person but not a US citizen, you indicate that. If you're married to someone but he or she is a US citizen, you indicate that here. Or divorce or widows or legally separated, you indicate one of the category as a best fits your situation. So if you have kids, you want to indicate that. Let's say you have like 2 children, you indicate that. So when you move to continue, because you indicate that you are married, here, let's say, for example, married, and then, the education, let's say university degree, for example, here, and then you move on to the next stage. It will take you to the next stage. But in this case, it's not going to take me maybe because there are some errors, some information I couldn't complete. So let's try this and see. You see that because some of the informations are not complete, like my Gmail, and there's no photo indicated, so it's not going to take me to the second page. So in a case whereby you put in all your information, you upload your photo, then it will take you to a second page. The second page will now ask you like to put in the date of birth of your wife or your husband, and also their photos like yours, the same measurement, the 600 by 600 megapixel, and then the birthplace of the spouse, and your children also, their date of birth, their birthplace, and their photo. You enter all those, and then you click on continue. When you continue, it will ask you to verify information. You want to browse through from the top of the page. You check all the information that you enter. You make sure they are correct to the best of your knowledge. And then you click on the green button that says submit. Then you submit your application. So when you submit your application, a page will pop up that will tell you that you've successfully applied for the DV Lottery 2024. And when that page is up, you need to make sure you get a record of that page, because that's the confirmation code that you'll be using to apply, check your results by next year. So you want to make sure you have a record of that. You can quickly snap when once the code pop up, the success page pop up, you quickly snap that, because maybe by any mistake you might lose the confirmation code. And when once you lose that, there is no way you're going to retrieve it. So one first thing you have to do is to snap the page immediately when it pop up, and then you try to print it out. You might not have a printer at that time, but just click on Control P, and then the print page will show up, and you save as PDF. If you're using your phone, just screenshot it, and then also try to do the same thing. Try to, some phone can make an attempt to print, because it to show you a print indication. So you need to do that and to print out, to get a record of your entry. And then you will keep that record until next year. The instructions and the date at which you should check your entry, if you were selected, it's going to be shown on the same confirmation page. So for a short video, and for the benefit of those that will be interested, I think this one should be able to help. Thank you for listening. I will post the correct website for the application at the foot of this post. Thank you for listening. Thank you.